hands with paradise. The little boy from Rosario, Santa Fe, has just pitched up in heaven.
Lionel Messi didn't just win trophies. He redefined what football meant. He wasn't the tallest, he wasn't the fastest, he wasn't the strongest, but he had something greater: vision, intelligence, artistry. He made football look effortless. Kids in villages, in cities, in playgrounds around the world wanted to be Messi. Not because he was flashy, but because he was proof that you didn't need to be built like a warrior to become a legend. You just needed a heart that refused to stop beating for the game. Cristiano Ronaldo was power. Messi was poetry. One was thunder, the other was lightning. Together they gave us an era that will never be repeated. But even beyond rivalries, Messi's aura was different. He didn't scream, he didn't demand attention. He let the ball speak. A boy too small to dream, and left as the man who carried the weight of a nation. Messi was proof that you didn't need to be the tallest, the strongest, or the loudest to become the greatest. He stood just 5'7", yet every time he touched the ball, he felt taller than mountains. His power wasn't in muscles, but in his vision. His strength wasn't in speed, but in his mind. And his weapon? That left foot, simple, ordinary, yet extraordinary enough to bend reality. What separates Messi from everyone else is not just the beauty of what he did, but the consistency. Year after year, season after season, he delivered. Through criticism, through heartbreak, through doubt, he stood firm. From Barcelona to Paris, from Inter Miami to the Argentine national team, Messi carried the same truth with him everywhere. The game was always better when he was on the pitch. But perhaps his greatest achievement was not what he won, but what he inspired. He gave an entire generation hope. Kids in the streets across the world didn't just want to play football, they wanted to play like Messi. He reminded us that greatness can be humble, that heroes don't need to shout, that legends don't need to boast. They just let their football do the talking. And now, as the curtain begins to fall, we realize we were witnesses to something that may never happen again. Messi didn't just dominate an era, he defined it. He stood shoulder to shoulder with the giants of history and somehow stood taller than them all. His story is one of a boy who overcame doubt, who carried the weight of a nation, who turned heartbreak into redemption, and who gave football its most beautiful chapter. Lionel Messi's legacy is not just in the trophies, the Ballon d'Or, or even the World Cup. His legacy is in the millions of hearts he touched, in the roar of a stadium that will forever chant his name, in the truth that when we think of football, we will think of him. Messi's not gone, because legends don't fade. Legends live forever. A farewell, but not the end. Argentina had Maradona, but Messi was something different. He wasn't just a genius with the ball. He was humility, resilience, and artistry wrapped into one. He was a kid who grew into a god, yet never stopped being human. And now as we look back, we realize what we've witnessed. A career spanning more than 2 decades, over 800 goals, over 40 trophies, 8 Ballon d'Or, a Copa América, a World Cup, countless moments of magic that will live forever in our memories. But numbers don't tell the whole story. Messi's true legacy lies in emotion. The gasp of a crowd as he dribbled past 5 defenders. The joy of a child scoring in the park and shouting, Messi, the tears of Argentines when he lifted the World Cup. He wasn't just a player, he was a feeling. And feelings don't retire. We don't just clap, we cry. We don't just celebrate, we grieve, because we know we will never see another like him again. Messi showed us that football is more than a sport. It's art, it's love, it's heartbreak, it's redemption, and above all, it's magic. And so the chapter closes. Lionel Messi, the boy who carried Argentina's dreams, now lays down his national colors. But this isn't the end. It's simply the end of one story and the continuation of another. He may no longer wear the Argentina shirt, but his legacy with this nation is eternal. Every cheer, every tear, every memory will echo forever, because Messi may leave the pitch, but he will never leave Argentina's heart.